Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. Psalm 2 is a powerful and multifaceted piece of literature found in the Old Testament, attributed traditionally to King David. It is often considered a royal psalm because it speaks about the king's authority given by God. The specific verse you are referring to, "Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him," is Psalm 2:12. This verse is particularly significant because it touches upon themes of reverence, submission, and the blessings of trust. At its core, Psalm 2 serves as a divine warning to the nations and their rulers about the futility of opposing God's anointed king. The psalm begins with a description of the nations conspiring and the rulers plotting against the Lord and his anointed. In the context of its time, the Lord's anointed would have referred to the reigning king of Israel, but in the Christian theological tradition, it is seen as a prophetic reference to Jesus Christ, the ultimate anointed one. The phrase "kiss the Son" is an admonition to show homage and submission. In ancient Near Eastern cultures, kissing could signify allegiance or submission to a ruler. Therefore, "kiss the Son" suggests a call for the nations to submit to the authority of God's chosen king, to demonstrate loyalty and respect. The term "son" here is crucial as it emphasizes the special relationship between the king and God, pointing to a messianic prophecy. In the Christian interpretation, this is viewed as a direct reference to Jesus, affirming his divine sonship and messianic role. The warning continues with, "Lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little." This part underscores the potential consequences of rebellion against divine authority. The anger of the Son is portrayed as just and righteous, a response to the insubordination and arrogance of those who set themselves against God's will. The phrase "perish from the way" is a vivid expression of the ultimate downfall that awaits those who persist in their opposition. It paints a picture of destruction and ruin for those who fail to acknowledge the rightful authority of the anointed. "When his wrath is kindled but a little" suggests that even a slight stirring of the Son's anger can lead to significant consequences for the rebellious. This magnifies the power and authority vested in the Son and highlights that it is mainly through grace and patience that destruction has not already come to pass. It serves as a reminder of the merciful nature of the divine, allowing time for repentance and reconciliation before judgment is meted out. The concluding part of the verse, "Blessed are all they that put their trust in him," shifts the tone from warning to encouragement. In contrast to the fate awaiting the rebellious, those who choose to trust in the Son are proclaimed blessed. In biblical terms, to be blessed implies a state of happiness, peace, and favor with God. This blessing is not just a reward, but a state of being that comes from aligning oneself with the divine plan and under the protection of the anointed. Trust, in this context, is more than just belief. It implies a deep, abiding faith and reliance on the character and promises of the Son. It is an invitation to a relationship characterized by faithfulness and dependence, leading to life and restoration rather than destruction. By putting their trust in him, believers are said to find refuge and strength, regardless of the turmoil around them. Psalm 2:12, therefore, serves as both a warning and a promise. It warns of the perils of resisting God's chosen king, while simultaneously extending the promise of blessing to those who seek refuge in that king. In the broader narrative of the Bible, particularly from a Christian perspective, this verse encapsulates the call to recognize Jesus Christ as the Messiah, to submit to his rule willingly, and to enjoy the peace and blessings that come from trusting in him. The psalm ultimately positions God's plan as sovereign and unassailable, inviting all of humanity to find their place within it through reverence and faith.